So, Paul, what do you think is going to change for the NBA under this new administration?
Well, I really believe now that, for one, players are going to be able to go back to the White House, the champs. One thing, you saw that with Draymond and LeBron. But I think, too, there's going to be more conversations with the NBA leaders about different initiatives that they can have within their communities and how they can help, being that the NBA is such a loud voice through all this systemic oppression that we've gone through over the last.
Hey, look, it's Paul Pierce at the White House.
And so, it's going to be an exciting time just to open up those conversations again with the NBA players and bring back the tradition. Because you look forward to, when you become a champ, to visiting the White House. It was like a final step of approval.
No, I completely agree with Paul. Obviously, that door is back open, but I think the door that's open, which is more importantly, is conversation. There was absolutely no conversation between not only the NBA, but the NFL players, Major League Baseball players now. And I know, doing with a lot of stuff heading into this, that, Biden definitely does have an open door policy. And we actually have a group going out there to meet with him at the end of March.
I was going to say, you were on the campaign trail with him. We're seeing that there.
Yeah, so like I said, that line of communication is back open. I think that's what's most important.
Yeah. And what is it that you have found, Matt, that when you have conversations with members of the administration, and you were telling us before the show, you've been on a bunch of conference calls already. You said you're going back out there in a few months. What kinds of things is the relationship between the administration and sports figures like yourself?
I think just learning our community is what they're very interested in. Like I said, I've been on a handful of calls from November up until last week. We were on a call with the Attorney General, discussing what the vaccine is about and, what we need to know and stuff like that. So what I like is, like I said, the communication lines are back open. They want to know what we think. They care about what we think, and hopefully we can apply that to hopefully changing, starting to put this country in the right direction again.
I mean, look, bottom line, especially NBA players, WNBA players are some of the most prominent Black young men and women in this country. So engaging them and saying your community is important to us is something that hadn't, frankly, happened in 4 years. That message is a little bit different. Do you guys expect this wave of athlete activism we've seen this year to continue?
I think so. Absolutely. Like I said, I think that we understand our power in numbers now by coming together, not only athletes, but the minority community as a whole, with which they label us. We're not the minorities, we're actually the majority now. And they try to label us the minority to keep in our place, right? So, we're the majority now, and I think we understand the power we have in not only our platforms, but our vote. And once you get that type of power, it's our job to keep it.
Absolutely. I mean, like Matt said, the door is open. We look to further these conversations. Get out in the communities. The NBA players are role models. They're influencers, and it goes far beyond the NBA, like you said. Other sports leagues, people who are able to use their voice can now feel comfortable coming to the forefront and having these conversations under the Biden administration.
And that while people can go back and forth and be partisan on policies, that some of the main goals of this country, to treat people equally, to give people opportunity, those can be sort of some of the larger stated goals of our entire country together.
Equality,
pretty
equal
cool.
footing.
And I will say, Matt, you were on the team, the Golden State team, that voted not to go to the White House.
Right.
And it does sound like the Lakers have made a decision that they do want to go to the White House. So we will see that tradition resume as well. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.